Hello and welcome along and welcome back to This Is Island. We've got quite a lot to do today. We've got 234,000 in the bank. I don't think, did we sell the field? We did sell the field from last time, so we're good. We do want to buy a new field, so we're looking at buying these two down here, which is 281. So we need to get a little bit more money in. To do that, we're going to downgrade our harvester. We're also going to look at possibly downgrading this tractor as well and replacing this one too, because although it was nice, I think we should add a little more class. So yeah, we're going to go and look at doing that as well. I would like to upgrade this 850 Jaguar to the one from the Platinum Edition, but I don't think we've got the money for it at the moment. So we are going to crack on with this, starting off with our ideal combine here. Now, we may have to back out. I think we need to back up the Jaguar first, actually. So let's just back up this. Give ourselves a little bit of space. Like, oh, so. And then we can jump into here and easily then. It's easier for us to back out like this. Like so. And then we can pull straight out. Because it's that little bit more maneuverable that way. So yeah, we're gonna switch this probably for a new class combine. Somebody did make a comment a little while ago that class combines are seen in Ireland more than massies. And this combine is a little bit big for what we're doing. So it's also a size saving that we're going for here. Now, our combine trailer seems to be in a position that isn't overly helpful to us. We'll see if we can actually get this out of here. So, if we pull that forwards. Yeah, we need to push this back a little bit. There we go. We may have to get a small tractor to get this out, I think, first. Or, I didn't figure that the combine would actually fit under here. If the combine fits under there, we can straighten it up, and away we go. There we are. So we'll take this. We're going to take the little Massey tractor that we recently bought as well. So we'll get that into convoy behind us. I'd like to, I think we'll get rid of, I want to change our class mowers that we've got at the moment. Basically, I'm looking to change stuff that's modded really into stuff from the expansion pack. So we've got these class mowers here. I think we're going to get those changed as well. So let's jump in not to our little Ford. Because the idea behind this little Massey was really something that we could use up at our cows. Up at our cow field. It's not bad, but it is missing some textures and things. So, I kind of want to play around. I want to play around especially with the 400 series class. So we're going to switch this out. Like so. And back it off a bit. Let's that seems to have backed off. Either that. No, that seems to have backed off. Okay, so hopefully that's good. Now the other thing I'm thinking of getting rid of and changing is this. Which is our cedar, which is absolutely massive. But we only have one field really that is used that much on. And if we have a look in our garage, the only stuff that we have that uses sort of 313 horsepower that we have in our big New Holland is not much. This has 245, so we can do everything with that. This has 270, which we actually have tractors which can pretty much cover. These we've already put onto other stuff. So we don't really have any equipment that requires our level of horsepower that we have with this Blue Power New Holland. So I think we should probably switch this out for something a little bit less horsepower intensive. We haven't really used this tractor, and the only reason to have a third tractor, I think, at this point is really for us to have something that we can cart with, so that we can keep our carting going all the time. I think we're going to go a little bit heavier on the silage for our second year on here, because it is early spring. We have hit the first day of spring today, and we do kind of need to actually get a new seeder to go with this. So yeah, I think it's going to be bye-bye to the New Holland as well, which we've used it full 5 hours on here. Oh, we need to connect up our there we go. We have used it for 5 hours now. We do have seeds and stuff on here, so let's just park this here for the moment. And it looks like we got some light show going on here. Let's turn the lights off on our harvester. There we go. That will solve that issue. I'm just going to unload this. There we go. And put that onto the follow me as well. Can we lift these up? We can't lift these up, so we do need to move that stuff. So we're going to keep the Atlas. We're keeping the Massey Ferguson 7722. We're keeping the Massey telehandler, because to replace that would be too expensive with the Scorpion. We're keeping our 6810, because that's a great little tractor. And at the moment we're keeping our Jaguar. If we have enough money, we might switch that. But I think we need like an extra 200,000. So after the first year's stuff, I think we're going to switch that. Now, we've got a Massey baler here. I'd like to know if you guys think we should keep that. Should we keep the Massey baler here, or should we replace it with a Class 1? Let us know in the comments below. For now, we're going to go and replace these three things, or these several things, and get them done. Here we go, and down at the shop. Convoy in tow. We want to try and get this over to the workshop if possible. Tractor up behind me, so we'll stop that. I want to try and get our, well, we'll see if we can. We might have to sell the combine first. Let's see. Ah, no, there we go. We can't sell that. Why can we not sell that? Doesn't need repair. Okay, we'll give that a repair. There we go. So, full condition, 70,000. Sell that. Yes. So, there goes the header. Next up is the header trailer. Again, we need to repair it before we sell it. And 10,000 for that. And then finally, we've got our combine. Again, that needs to be repaired. 598. 598. Did not raise that by 598, unfortunately. How much is the repaint? Oh, wow. We are not repainting that for 24,000. We will just sell it, because there's no way. There we go. So the combine is gone. We are up to 748,000. Next up is going to be our little Massey here that does slide, unfortunately. I did enjoy using this last video, but it has it does have its issues, which is why we're not going to keep it for now. So let's we need to repair that. £5. Sell it. We should be on euros here, actually. Let's switch over to that. Very, very much want a mod that keeps my values at what they should be. Or my currency at what it should be. And then we got our last two here. So we'll drive this up to the shed. and sell these two. So the first thing we're going to need is a new seeder and a new tractor to pull it, I think. So let's repair the seeder for 135. There we go. That is sold. And then the tractor as well. Right, so the tractor needs reversing up a little bit. So 201,000 for that seeder. That was really good price for that seeder. Right, and repair that tractor, yes, and sell it. Okay. Oh, I haven't got one other item. Is that is not actually within the thing. So we might have to, whatever tractor we get, we'll have to do that there. So we've got 1.2 million at the moment. As I said, the first thing I want to do that we're going to do moving forwards is fields 21 and 22 there. Field 21 actually is growing. In fact, I think, yeah, we have managed to do our fields there. We've lost quite a few patches on that one. And field 34, what have we got in field 34? I think that is oilseed radish. So we're looking to replant that. Field 33, that is a fairly horrible field at the moment of wheat that we planted, winter wheat. Lots of it has either failed to germinate or we've got patches that have sort of died over the winter, unfortunately. So that's quite a patchy field. We do need to really expand ourselves. So our options really are down here for this at 281, which would add us in 2 fields. Field 39 is 136. Field 46 is massively too expensive for us. Yeah, so basically for 281 we add 2 fields. The next closest we can do cheaper is 29, but that's rather disconnected from our farm, as is anything else. So we're going to buy these 2 fields. There is this field here. This has another yard in it, which we might eventually get. But look at the value of that. 455,000 because of that yard. So, yeah, we're going to get these 2. So we'll buy those. And we now know how much money we have to play with. So, with 937,000, the first thing I want to look at is getting us a new small tractor to replace the one that we've just sold. To do that, we're going to go with a class Arian. We don't need it very powerful. We can probably get away with... The one we just sold was about 120 horsepower. I think we can probably get away with 100 horsepower. If we look at what's needed for the cows, for the cow feeding stuff, which stuff we're going to have to buy. If we go for something like... I actually kind of want to go for the coon, but that's 90 horsepower. That's 85. Yeah, looking at the size of these, if we're going to go for any of the Andersens, then we would need that kind of horsepower. We need 120. The Strowman here, but yes, we should use the Keenan here. 105 horsepower will work brilliantly on this map. So I think that is probably our best bet. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for about 100 horsepower. 105 would be perfect, but how much is this little class tractor? If we go for the 110 horsepower, is 85,000. I want to get... I want to put a front loader on it. I really actually quite dig the panoramic version of it as well. We're going to go with the Trelleborg, I think, is a good choice. And we've got various choices here. I think the wheel weights is actually a good way to go. It means we don't have to put a weight on the back of the tractor as well. So that I think is brilliant. 95,000 for that. So tad more expensive than our other one was. But that is fine. To go with that, I then also want a front loader. So we're going to go with the smaller of the 2 front loaders, the FL 120C. So let's buy that as well. There we go. And we're going to need a bale spike for that. and probably a bucket as well. Now, the beauty of the update is we can now choose the class green for our thing here, or the class red. And I think actually the class red is a nicer choice for that. And we're going to do the same with the bucket. So universal bucket. Do we have... We could actually do with something slightly larger maybe on that. Although, actually, I've got a better idea. We'll keep that on there. And I'm thinking of looking at another piece of kit. So that is our first choice. Here is this little glass tractor. This is going to be used mainly around our cows. So I want to get this moved. One of the really nice things about this DLC is you can already see, you can see it with the front loader here. It has all of the pits here that connect up. I love that. I love that. Something I don't think exists on the other stuff. Absolutely brilliant. I'm hoping the CSZ set will work out of the box with these front loaders, because that would be absolutely brilliant. There we go. So that is our little tractor for doing the cow area. Let's turn that off. And we'll look at our next piece of kit. So next, I want to get us a new seeder, because that's what we need to do for the next thing. Now, I need something, to be honest, that we can plant corn with, because we're going to look at doing some silage work. Now, the horse stuff actually covers most of what we want to do. We want to do corn. We want to do... well, this is the thing. Corn and sunflowers take one type of header. Ideally, we want something that covers a little bit more. We do need to plant corn. This takes... this has a width of 12 metres, 9,000 litres in it on this horse one. There's that, and then there's the seeders. And if we're looking at the higher end of the seeders here with the horse, so we're looking at spending about 300,000 for these. Now that's a direct seeder at 12 metres, 171, or that requires us to get... See, this thing, if we get both of these, we are going to have a requirement... because these aren't direct seeders either. We're going to have to get a cultivator as well. So I'm very wary. We don't have any loans, so that's fine. We'll certainly be able to buy stuff. But I think yeah, we'll grab this. We've got our wheat in. We can put some... we're going to put some stuff in as well, some corn in as well this year. So we will buy that seeder. And we're actually going to go and buy the other one as well. So we're going to go and buy this one as well. Neither of them are direct seeders, so that's fine. But does mean that we're going to need a cultivator as well. So we're going to need more tractors to come and pick this up. And I don't mind not actually getting a tractor today if we don't have to. But we are going to need a cultivator now. So let's have a look at the cultivators and have a look down this end. There are some fairly inexpensive cultivators, to be honest. 300 horsepower. We want something that isn't going to be a 300 horsepower. Something about the 200 horsepower level. That Stara would be that. What have we got in the disc harrows at that sort of horsepower? We've got an Amazon here. So it's 6 meters. The Disco Lander, I think that comes with a rear section that also does planting. To be honest, I'm not that interested in that. 220 horsepower, 240 horsepower for the Performer there, or 340. So the Performer 4000 is a good choice, as is the Lemkin Hodor at 6 meters. So which of these? So that is 4 meters. The Hodor, that is 6 meters, 180 horsepower. I think this is probably a pretty good choice. This one. The alternative is... No, everything else takes over 300 horsepower. So for the horsepower we're aiming for, this Lemkin is perfect. So we will buy that as well. That's 36,000. Actually, about the same as we've had on our others. So, yeah, that's good. So we're going to use our little tractor here, I think, to get stuff back. We are left with 530,000. So next up, I think we want to get a harvester. And the harvester I am looking at is the Tucano. Now, we could conceivably buy the Big Lexian, but that would just be replacing a massive harvester with a massive harvester. So we are going to get this. It is going to take us a little bit longer to do our fields like our wheat fields, but it is perfect for everything else we got. We want GPS on it. I kind of want the Michelins on it. I quite like Michelin tyres. So we're going to go with that. That's just personal preference. 363,000. Leaving us with 167,000. But we need the header. Which is 49,000. So we're going to buy that. Yes. We also need a trailer. So header trailers. And we want this one, which is for our header that we've got. So buy that as well. And then we've got the money left. Let's have a look at our corn headers, and we want this one as well. So, as I said, we are going to do corn, but I kind of want to do... this is the thing. We can put... I don't think we should get that, actually. I think we should just get a forage harvester header for our existing forage harvester. And I think we might switch it around. I think when we come back to it, we will look at it. But yeah, we're going to put corn in and do that. So we need to get this and these two back to the farm. So I'm going to go back down there, grab my other two tractors and bring them back up here. Back at the store with, well, this tractor, and just behind us is the Massey. Yeah, this class, you can see what I meant about the New Holland was that this has 9.3 hours on it, this class, whereas our New Holland had 5, and I think our Massey probably has, yeah, our Massey has 6.8, so we're going to have to use this a little bit more, I think, because yeah, the Massey has not been used as much as I would have expected. Especially considering this was the first tractor we got on the farm, this Massey. Right, so I think we'll hook this up to this. Like so. Oh, connect that. There we are. So these are much smaller seeders than our previous one. But we're now able to seed more as a result, and that's really why we spent the extra 130,000. We've got the extra fields, but what we need is to be able to put the extra crops in them as well. So connect that up. Yeah, connect up that as well. And we'll set the follow on this time. Now, I do want to get a third tractor. I do still think we need a third carting tractor for when we do silage stuff. But at the moment, we just really need stuff that we can get set up with the cows. And this is why I haven't spent the extra money overall. We need a little bit of extra cash left over, really, to sort out doing stuff with our cows. I would quite like to have bought one of the small wheel loaders as well, but we aren't really in a position where we can do that right now. Wow, that's some weight on the back of this little tractor. Yeah, not overly happy about this little tractor. You can see how much it's weighed down at the back. But we're going to drive that back to our yard. Right, yeah, you're following. Good. And then the last thing we need to do is our new combine, which is distinctly smaller than our old one. But should do very well for what we're going to do. It should get around our fields and everything. If it doesn't, we'll have to see how we go. But our fields in general are fairly small. I think going forwards, next year we will look at doing silage on our big field. I think it's going to be a case of that's going to be our best use for it. Which side do we want to be loading this from? We want to be loading this from this side. Okay. So let's get that lined up. Like so. We're not quite on. The nice thing about this is I can actually see where this needs to go to be in. Oh, I need to disconnect the PTO before I drop it down. Oh, there we go. Right, drop it down. Oh, we've not detached that. Really? Oh, keep forgetting to do all that. So drop. Is this still in the right position? This is still in the right position. So drop and off. There we are. Yeah, it'd be nice if you came up to here and it went lock trailer to the, you know, lock header to the trailer. That'd be good. Now, this does bring me to probably one of my few disappointments with Class DLC in that it only has 2 combines. It has this one, and it has the really, really big Lexion. I would like to have seen some more Lexions. I would like to have seen some more options as far as this goes. Because, yeah, 2 combines from Class just doesn't seem a lot. Yes, there are mods out there. And to be perfectly honest, I think in other ones, I will probably be using those mods. And we may find, actually, if this combine is too small for here, that we try and get one of those Lexion mods. But, yeah, for the moment, yeah, I kind of wish that there was a little bit more there in the way of combines. Certainly want to be doing more silage, though, with this expansion. 11 miles per hour. It's having a lot of trouble pulling this. Oh, I think it's having a lot of trouble. No, it is hooked up, isn't it? Yeah, this tractor is not happy pulling this at all. Yeah, 11 miles an hour is the most we can get out of it at the moment. So, yeah, we will trundle back to the farm. And once we get there, we'll get this all unloaded. Back to the farm. And as you can see, we're travelling a little bit faster than we were before we, well, when we left. And it's because I worked out and feeling a little bit stupid right now. The cultivator was lowered. So that was what the issue was the cultivator was lowered, and as a result, we it was driving at working speed. So yeah, that is a little bit silly, but we have rectified that now. So what I'm going to do is take the following tractor off. We're going to put this under this shed here. I think this is a great place for bits like this. We can't. I need to get those seeds cleared out of the way, but we have a way of doing that because we can just bring our piece of equipment up. But yeah, these bits of kit here, you see, lowered like that. Detach the hoses, drop it off. Perfect. Right, let's move this out of the way. And when we take this up, we can go and get some more. We can go and start getting hold of our equipment for doing the cows. And you can tell that the daylight is fading now because Follow Me is doing its normal thing of flashing every light it can. And we want to put these in the far end, I think. So we can do, with this one, we can do fertilizer and seed. So this takes both. And we can drop this off here. Like so. We will turn the previous one off. So to have 2 seeders is actually really useful to us. It means we can now seed pretty much everything we want. It's a good upgrade for the new year on the farm. Even at this time of year, it does get dark fairly early. So this is about all we're going to get done today, I think, is getting this stuff in. So we'll go and park this away in our shed. There we go. All done. We'll head over and find this tractor. I'm going to turn the follow me off on the one behind me because it is just flashing like mad. Which is our combine, of course, that's doing that flashing. Now, if we could fit the big combine under there, we're going to be able to fit this one as well. So around this goes. And we're looking at spring, and I'm basically thinking that next time we're probably going to be getting into some seeding. Probably getting into, well, we're going to be doing some cultivating first. I think that we do actually need to be getting our cows in though as well, and that's the next thing. Is we're going to have to take the lorry out and get the cows. So there's that job to do as well. It's basically, there's an awful lot to do on the farm at the moment, and we need to sort of get cracking with it in order to get all of the things that we want to get done. Let's get our combine then and get that all put away. There it is. And yeah, you can see we are losing the light now. It is 20 to 6 in the evening. Just seeing there, actually, should note this. We are beginning to have wool again, which is absolutely brilliant news. We need to move that wool pallet out of the way. So I will get that done. How are our... It is a good question, though, as to how our sheep are doing. Our sheep need both water and food, so we do need to go and do that before we leave today. Probably going to be doing that in the dark, I think, judging by this. Right, header for the combine. We're trying to put it in the wrong place at the moment. We want to put it under this shed here. And in an easy way for us to get it out as well. So into here we go. Yeah, we're round. Straighten it out a little bit so that we don't hit anything. Yeah. And actually, we could put the entire combine under here and free up some space in our shed. So why don't we do that? That is a stark contrast to the previous combine that would not have fit under here. But I think that is a good place to park our combine. So we'll leave that there. And then I'm just going to turn off this class because we need to go and sort out our sheep, or they are going to be in trouble. So we do have our bale spike on here. Let's take that out and head over to the sheep field. Okay, here we are into the sheep field. We want to stop off at the stopcock on the way. Close the gates. Just open up the water and that will then give them some water to drink. And we can then go and take over this way one of these. They may take 2. I think they're only going to take 1 though. Feeding trough is over this way somewhere. Ah, there it is. A little bit of snow still hanging around. We do have a fair amount of cleaning to do, so we need to clean this up next time. At the moment, though, that will give our sheep enough food to eat, which basically, I think, finishes us off for today. Because there's not really any light left. So as the sun sets in the background, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.